welcome to this live. I am so excited, and I have something very exciting I want to talk to you guys about today, and it's the 4 ways that you are bottlenecking a quantum leap within your business. You guys, I'm feeling all of the vibes. I'm so excited because a lot of these downloads came to me when I was in Costa Rica, and I just recently got back from a 20-day trip to Costa Rica, and it has shifted my energy in such a deep way. Hi, Ashley, it's so good to see you. So I am really excited to bring these things forward because a lot of people aren't aware where they're actually bottlenecking themselves within their businesses. Hi, it's so good to see you. And I really want to tell you guys like how you're limiting yourself where you don't even realize, right? Because what I see so often is that people are continuing to do the same thing over and over again. And here's the thing. I believe that playing the long game in your business is genius. We want to be playing the long game. We want to be being strategic. We want to be taking action. We want to be showing up for our life's work because your life's work is freaking important and it's meant to help and impact a lot of people. But what happens is sometimes we get so stuck in the paradigm of logic that we actually, even though we think we're being smart and logical and doing the right thing, we actually are limiting ourselves and we start to confine ourselves by logic instead of expand ourselves by knowing the things to do and doing the things, but with the underlying energetics of being prepared and setting the foundations for massive quantum leaps, which that's what we're going to be talking today. And I am so excited. Also, if any of you are a projector, just a side note, I just dropped something in my stories. Go and watch because we have, and if you're watching this on the podcast, check the show notes because we just released Projector Paradigm for $33 freaking dollars. This is a 5-day mini program to help you step into wealth as a projector the projector way. So that's going to be freaking incredible. And I'm so excited for those of you who are signing up and joining. This is going to be an experience like none other. And for $33, you guys are about to have your freaking minds blown if you are a projector. So I'm very excited. So let's dive in. I got my notes here and I really want to talk to you guys about like where you're limiting yourself and what you want to see in terms of a quantum leap. One of the things I really want you to bring awareness to in this conversation is your underlying energetics, because your underlying energetics, I want you guys to think about this for a second. I have all kinds of feels. I'm a manifester 5-1. Oh my God, all the 5-1s in the house. I am a Manny Jen 5-1 and it's so exciting to see you guys here. I'm like so in the 5-1 vibes. I was actually with one of my clients in the 6-Figure Aligned Ascension Academy yesterday for our final call. The 6-Figure Aligned Ascension Academy is such an incredible space, but we were talking about the power of being felt as a 5-1. So it's a real thing. It's for all of us, but 5-1s, it's such a vibe and such an energy. And I have a lot of 5-1s in my world. So that being said, what I really want to talk to you guys about today is first and foremost, this is one of the most important things that I can bring forward for you guys in terms of your expansion. Now, this is going to feel very simple, what I'm about to say, but it will change your freaking life. And I really want you to understand that everything starts from energetics. I will say, oh my gosh, a 5-1 projector. Oh my gosh. Okay, all we need is a 5-1 reflector and we have everybody. That's amazing. I love seeing what you guys are. So one of the things we have to understand is that everything starts energetically. No matter what action you take within your business, strategic, whatever things you are doing, it's starting from your energy. Now, interestingly enough, what starts to happen is whenever you take action, what is happening is you, whether you understand this or not, you are conditioning yourself based on your expectation of results based on the results that you have seen. This is massive because what starts to happen as you take action, how many of you guys have been in that space where things are popping off and you're expecting nothing but magic and then you feel this frequency of disappointment? Vanessa, it's so good to see you. You feel this frequency of disappointment and it feels like, oh, okay, I see what the typical results I can experience from selling an offer or from posting a post. The typical amount of engagement, the typical amount of likes, the typical amount of sales, the typical amount of money that I can expect within my business. What happens is, whether you realize this or not, You actually condition yourself based off of the results that you experience. And this is something that traps you in the paradigm of logic. And so what this looks like is when you post, when you sell, when you show up in your business, there is either an expectation of the previous results that you've seen, or the results that you see other people getting, or you are tuned into the energy and the frequency of relief. Those things, whether you're expecting the same result that you've gotten, you're expecting the results that other people told you could get, or you're looking for and feeling a frequency of relief when something works or you get your typical result, those are three things that immediately show me that you are bottlenecking your ability to expand within your business immediately. And so what this looks like is it looks like this energy of, oh, okay, so when I show up and sell, I can usually expect 30 people to like my content. And so you kind of have this, and this is something you have to be very aware of because it's going to show up in your energetics. It'll be this energy of like, as soon as I hit 30 likes, I know that this is a good piece of content. Or you put something up for sale and you get a sale and you go, oh, okay, I guess this is good. Okay, I guess this is working. I'm going to believe in it now. And so you're actually setting the standard for down here based on the results that you've experienced instead of the energetic expectation that things are going to pop off, blow up, and explode. It sounds so simple, but when your expectations are attuned to the results that you've previously experienced and seen, then wouldn't it make sense that your growth would be slow? Wouldn't it make sense that your growth is logical? It's like such a mind-blowing thing because a lot of people think like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing all of the things I know to do. I'm being strategic. I'm mastering my energetics. I'm doing the mindset work. But when you actually look at your expectations, you're continually expecting the results that you have seen or been proved are your norm, are your baseline. So that's the biggest energetic bottleneck right off the bat. Are you expecting your baseline? Because if you're expecting your baseline, then raising above your baseline is actually going to feel difficult for you because you're not actually even energetically open and available for it. Another way that this shows up is the energy that I was just speaking about, where it's the energy of relief, right? Where it's this energy of, okay, as soon as I get a certain amount of result, I know I'm going to be okay. So what happens is until you hit this certain amount of money, or you hit this certain amount of result, or you hit this certain amount of engagement, likes, comments, story views, it doesn't matter where, your ego externalizes it. But it's an externalization of safety. And so what happens is every result that you experience is actually, if you're looking for relief in the results, it's actually from a place of lack. One of the things that I continuously say, and if you've been in my world for any amount of time, I always say that your next level is an amplification of the current energetic state that you are operating from. What this means is that your next level is amplifying where you're at. So what does lack amplify? Lack actually doesn't amplify into abundance. Lack will amplify into more lack of safety, more lack of assuredness that you're going to get the sales, more lack of assuredness that things are going to grow. And so you may think you need to post more and be more consistent and be more strategic. But if you don't address this underlying energetic of looking for relief in the things that you're doing, you're going to continue to spin your wheels in the action, where the action is going to show you based on your results that there's something deeper to look at, and that underneath the surface, you actually aren't believing in your inevitable success. You're not actually believing that things are going to continue to grow because you're stuck at the baseline of looking for relief in every single sale, in every single like, in every single comment, whatever those external factors are. Isn't this mind-blowing? It's such a crazy thing to look at, because when you actually start to see, you get to start to see, ooh, I'm not creating with the expectation of things blowing up. I'm creating from the energy of a checklist, or I'm creating with the hope that I can get to the same numbers as I did last month. that's not actually a match for big leaps. And so we really want to be aware of where we're playing, especially in this energetic frequency of relief, but where we're playing in the energetic frequency of expecting our baselines. And one of the things I'm going to challenge you guys to do is look at where you've actually been, and this is crazy, but self-protecting from pain by expecting your energetic baseline. Because one of the things that happens is when you continually expect your energetic baseline, guess what you're protecting yourself from? Possible disappointment. Because here's the thing, if you have this mind evidence and this ego evidence of, okay, I've seen this results, these are the results that I'm continuing to see, it's about this range, so those are the results that I can continue to expect. What happens when you play a bigger game that's conditional? I'll tell you what that means in just a second. You feel disappointed. You feel deflated, right? And so playing a bigger game conditionally means I'm playing a bigger game and I'm holding higher expectations, but then what I'm doing is I'm checking in and going, but did it work? But did it work? But did it work? Right? And so that's going to bottleneck your results, because what's going to happen is you're not going to be holding the expectation with certainty. You're going to be holding the expectation with this energy of, if I get a result, then I'm allowed to believe. But the people who create big results, they allow themselves to believe before they ever create the big external result. And most people, they're not expecting their baseline from a conscious energy. They're actually doing it from subconscious energy of protecting themselves from being disappointed. That is huge, because you may not even notice this within your frequency. You might just be doing the things, playing the long game, expecting bigger results, but nothing has changed within your energy, and you're doing similar things in the business, right? If you're doing similar things in the business, you're showing up, you're posting, you're going live, you're doing whatever the things are that you do in your business, and you're expecting massive results, but you haven't mastered this frequency, what's going to change? Right? Because I want to say that expecting your baseline is going to keep you at your baseline. It makes sense. There's a congruency in that frequency of expecting my baseline continues to create my baseline. And a lot of people, they won't look at why they continue to expect their baseline, because every single time they've dreamed of going beyond their baseline into reaching more people, into impacting more people. What happens is if it doesn't happen right away, which means conditionality based on timelines, they go back to, ooh, I'm not allowed to dream bigger because it's going to hurt. I'm not allowed to expect more than my baseline because I actually hold energy conditionally based on external results. And I forget who says this, but I feel like it's Neville Goddard or something like that, where he's like, most people quit like 3 feet away from gold. It's the same with your ability to go beyond expecting your baseline and actually transcend into holding the energy for going beyond your baseline over and over and over and over again. And it can happen in an instant, and it can take a little bit longer. But when you're the person who's truly anchored into being somebody who surpasses your baseline, you're actually going to have to be somebody who can hold the momentary disappointment without buying into it. Those are the people who see quantum leaps. Is this landing? Do you see where you actually have been doing the smart thing, doing the logical thing, doing the thing of shoulds, telling yourself, oh my gosh, I'm doing the smart things, I'm playing the long game and showing up, but nothing has changed within your action or within your energy, and you're just expecting a massive quantum leap, but your energetics are expecting your normal baseline. Well, then it's going to be hard to transcend out of your normal baseline. And I've seen this so many times where people actually try to transcend their baseline by doing more, by taking more action, and they can get burnt out, or they can get into a space where they're doing so many things and they're doing so many strategic things, and it's landing and they're doing it and they're actually enjoying it, but it actually isn't resulting in more clients being reached, more sales being made, more money, more abundance, and more ease, right? It feels really difficult, and it feels like you're not getting the return on your action. It feels like you're not getting the return on your investments, and it feels like you're kind of just stagnating or growing like this. The number one thing I want you to look at, if it feels like you're stagnating or if you're just going like this, are you expecting your baseline? So that's number one. That's one of the biggest things that is energetically like bottlenecking your business from actually experiencing a quantum leap. I want you to watch yourself. I want you to watch yourself. Who are you when you're writing content? Who are you when you're creating a sales page? Who are you when you're putting an offer out to the world? What are you expecting? Because your baselines, they're going to be revealed to you in those actions where you're just doing it to do it, or you're just doing it because it's something you should do, or it's smart, or it's playing the long game. How can you actually start to move your energy past your baseline? How can you start to notice that part of you that's actually searching for relief and results? Because the person who's searching for relief and results, they're going to continue to see their baseline, either a little bit above or a little bit below. You actually want to play a bigger game. And when you go to play a bigger game, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have an ego flare up. You're going to have an ego reaction to it. And you're going to play a bigger game anyway, because guess what? When you play a bigger game anchored in abundance, based in big expansion, based in quantum leaps, and you allow yourself to continue to play there, your next level is an amplification of the current energetic state that you are operating within. So guess what? You're going to see big leaps. And guess what? They're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger when you play in this realm of moving past the expectations of your baseline. Okay. Interesting. So the next point, I was like, what was I trying to say here? The next point is not being open now and based on contingencies. So this is the second way that you are bottlenecking a quantum leap within your business. What I mean by this, what is your goal right now? Is it 10K months, 30K months, 50K months, 5K months, 100K months? What is your goal? Is it reaching more people? Is it growing your audience? Is it being able to buy the new house? What is that goal? What is that energy? What is the next big thing for you? I want you to tune into what that next big thing is for you. And I want you to just ask yourself a simple question. Do I believe that this can happen right now? Boom, boom, boom. There's probably contingencies within your energy. What this means, I have spoken with so many of my clients who, when they tell me their goal and when they tell me what they want to achieve, they'll immediately go into this energy of, okay, we're going to do this funnel and we're going to do this thing strategically and we're going to do this thing and this thing and this thing. And maybe there's something wrong with my sales page. Christy, will you look at this and tell me what's wrong with my sales page? And immediately I will pull them back and I'll go, are you energetically open to this happening now, even if you did nothing else? And that's when they have this aha of there's nothing to fix, but there's tweaks to be made with the foundation of being energetically available to the thing happening in the now moment. Yeah, to be more creative and open my heart more to people experiencing my magic. So much heart work. I've been doing a lot of heart work as well, Ashley. And so what I mean by contingencies, this is the frequency of until. I do not allow myself, and I've seen this so many times with my clients, I'm just going to bring some examples for you guys. I will not allow myself to tune into the idea that I could have a 10K month now until I see X, Y, and Z amount of people signing up so I can get relief from it. Until I have 5,000 followers in my audience, I'm not going to believe that I could have a 20K month. Until I perfect my email funnel and I'm consistently getting the conversions, I don't believe I can open up to a 50K month. Your contingencies, even though you think there's something to fix, your contingencies are actually creating a frequency of separation in the now moment between you and actually achieving your goal. So there can be contingencies of, oh, I need to show up live more in order to, or, oh, I need to fix my sales page in order to, or, oh, I need to sell more things in order to, or I need to have more followers, or I need to have more engagement in order to. I'm going to tell you guys a subtle energetic shift that you can make that can change everything for you, because we don't want to disregard action. Part of the thing is our energy is massively important. And also when you align your energetics, you actually want to take action, and it feels really good. And it doesn't feel like the conditioning we've had around work where it's like showing up from force and have tos and should and self-sacrifice. That's not the frequency, but we do want to be taking action from the energy of, this lights me up. I love this. I love the actions that I'm taking. And I'm telling you guys, that starts first and foremost with energy, but it also starts from the energy of, I believe that this can happen now, whatever that big goal is. I want you to say this. I believe that my 10K month can happen now, or I believe my 50K month can happen now, or I believe I can reach more people with my voice, with my message now. And I'm open and available to make the tweaks and be intuitively guided and led and take the smart strategic action I know to take to increase that, but I'm available now. There's a huge difference between I'm available now and I'm open to the tweaks I need to make and I'm gonna take the smart strategic action versus I need to take these actions and I need to get to this point before I allow myself to feel the possibility of my desire, before I can believe it happens, because this is such a powerful frequency. You can only be available for the thing that you are wanting to create now and now and now. So if there's always this contingency of more followers, more money, more this, more that, before you actually allow yourself to go, I'm claiming this and I believe it can happen now, and I'm also available to the smart strategic action that I want to take, because there usually is some tweaks that we can make, but it's never from the energy of fixing and solving. It's from the energy of I'm available for this happening now, and I'm available to make these small adjustments and changes. Most people will always have a contingency on their desire. And they will go, I will allow this in once I see this, or I believe that I can have the results once I fix my sales page, once I fix my email funnel. And I'm like, well, there's always another contingency. And that's really important. We have to watch where these untils are within our frequency, because what's actually happening is you are pedestaling your result. You're pedestaling and creating an energy and a frequency of separation between that what you want to call in now and your belief that you can have it now. And the interesting thing is this is an energy and a frequency that begets more of that, right? Especially if you have conditioning around working really hard. Yeah, especially if you have conditioning around working really hard, because then guess what? There's always going to be a I have to work really hard, and then I'm allowed to experience the result. Then I'm allowed to open myself energetically to the result. I believe it can happen now. I'm open to it happening now. Yes. What if your block is somehow around your partner? Let me know a little bit more about what you mean about that. And so we have to actually energetically be open to it now. And it's very much the same, I will say, with like partners and money. They're very similar energies. And so if there's a lot of contingencies of I can't love my partner until, or I can't this until, what you get to do is you get to say, I get to experience this now, and then trust the guidance that comes through, because that guidance will either lead you in more alignment with that partnership, or it will lead you to other spaces or actions you want to take or standards you want to set or new partnership, right? Like it's the same exact frequency. But sometimes, especially within partnership and with money, there's a deservability thing going on, right? Where it's like, oh, as soon as I work hard enough, or as soon as I get prettier, or as soon as I do this, or whatever the freak, right? We'll go until then I can have. And it's like, open yourself energetically. And the really cool thing is the more you open yourself energetically to be available for your desire in the now moment, guess what opening yourself energetically to your desire in the now moment does? It puts you on a congruent frequency with your desire. And guess what? The actions you need to take, the tweaks you need to make, the things you need to do, they're going to drop in. You're going to actually be more available for them. And it's not going to be this searching energy from your mind. When you are in a searching energy from your mind and you're in fix it mode and you're going, what's wrong? What do I need to fix? that shows me right away that you're actually not open to what you say you desire, and that there's all kinds of untils, there's all kinds of contingencies on something else happening, you changing, you being different, for you to have what you want to create. This is so massive. And I've talked to so many clients about this in my private containers, in my masterminds. And when they make this shift, it's crazy, because I'm telling you guys, like a day later, they'll get a new idea for an offer that they want to create, or they'll get a new idea for a tweak that they want to make, or they'll just align their energy, and then all of a sudden things start popping off. Like, I had a client who was like, ooh, maybe I should adjust my email sequence. I'm not sure if it's working. It's been sent to people. And what happens is we aligned that energy, and then all of a sudden she made 2 5K sales like within a span of 3 days without any changes being made to her email sequence. And are there adjustments that we made after that point? Yes, but also it's something that you can really, like, you can experience massive results from this. I'm not even kidding. Open yourself up and ask yourself, are you energetically available for your desire now? Or is there a bunch of contingencies? Is there a bunch of untils? Because as long as there's a bunch of contingencies, as long as there's a bunch of untils, you're going to continue to create this energy of like either hustling or forcing or feeling defeated or feeling like you're in fix-it mode or feeling deflated about your results, because there's always a pedestal. There's always a separation between you and what you want. And especially if that separation is based off of hard work or based off of doing this or doing that or doing whatever, you're going to have to do those things in order to even allow the result in. I'm like, let's allow the result and let's take the aligned action. Oh yeah, totally. Fear of moving out that impacts flow of art or my endeavor. And one of the things I would really, really tune you into is like following your strategy and authority within human design. That's really going to serve you within that piece. Yeah, totally. Hi, honey. I'm live. Yeah, totally. And so I would tune into what's aligned for you, really get into that space of not expecting the baseline, because one of the things is when you expect the baseline, even if you change, you're going to continue to expect the same results from the other person. And so change your baseline. And also you want to be energetically open to that result, whatever you're expecting within that relationship to happen now, and also taking the aligned action for yourself. That's going to be really helpful. And I'm going to be talking about the human design piece in just a second. So those are the two most important things to start with is, are you expecting your baseline, and are you not open now? Is there contingencies based on your success? Is there contingencies based on you expanding? Is there contingencies around your desire? If you're saying, oh, I can have this until, or there's a lot of overthinking, or there's a lot of, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this, or I need to fix it, that shows me that you're not aligned in that second energetic. Okay, number 3. I'm like, I could read my handwriting a minute ago. Ooh, okay. Okay, the next thing. So the next thing is very, very strategic, and it's very anchored into your ability to actually create the foundations to hold a quantum leap. So the first two things were very, very energetic. We're aligning your energy, because this third thing, it's not going to work for you if you're expecting your baseline and you're not open to it now. Those things are so, so, so important. Now, the next thing is actually in your 3D reality, in your strategic world. And this one's going to take a level of aligning to these energetics first, because if we're looking at this third point from a place of fix-it mode, or I need to do this in order to, you're going to miss the point and your energy is not going to be aligned. So this is actually going to feel really confusing, and it's going to feel difficult for you. Now, once you align to those first energetics, this is how people bottleneck themselves in business from a quantum leap, is they actually do not have the systems in place to be able to hold that level of success or expansion. And so what this is going to look like, when you ask yourself, what kind of expansion do you want? Do you want more sales? Do you want more money? Do you want more clients? Do you want more one-to-one clients? Do you want more group spaces? What do you want within your business, and what kind of expansion are you expecting and wanting within your quantum leap? The next thing I want to ask you, is your business actually structured within the way you run your programs, within the way that you show up, within your actual strategic foundation to hold more volume? This is such an important question, because oftentimes people will say to me, hey, I want more one-to-one clients. Hey, I want more one-to-one clients. And then we actually look at what's going on behind the scenes in the business, and they're actually already overwhelmed, and they want more one-to-one clients because they want more money, but they don't actually like the way that they're offering that offer. They're actually expending too much energy, and what would actually support them is a group space. What would actually support them is a membership. What would actually support them is actually getting really honed in on their content and bringing more volume to passive offers, or bringing more volume and eyes on their sales page for their membership. And so this is one of those things where it's like, energetically, I want you guys to think in the short term, where it's like, boom, we're energetically aligned now. I'm moving beyond the expectation of my baseline. But when it comes to your business strategy, I actually want you to think for the long term. I actually want you to start to get out of this space of, how do I increase my month over month income? Because one of the things, you guys, when I am counting my income just from month to month, and I'm restarting at the first of every month, that actually constricts my energy, because it doesn't allow me to see that the things that I'm doing now are actually going to stack onto next month, and stack onto next month, and stack onto next month. So instead of how much money I can make today, it's how do I set a foundation to nurture people in my world and to actually deliver things in a way that feels aligned for me? Where am I bottlenecking myself by being so, oh, I need money today, when actually what I need today is to double down on something that increases my ability to have more volume and eyes on my business, eyes on my offers, or hold more volume, more people in my offers? Do I need to raise the rates of my one-to-one and accept less one-to-one clients and have a group program? Do I want a low ticket membership? Is every single thing that I'm doing in my business based off of my live energy and me answering individualized questions? And actually, in order for me to hit the next level of what I say I want in my business, I'm actually going to have to restructure the way I do Q&As, the way I do lives, how much support is in certain containers. Where are you bottlenecked in terms of your actual output? Because one of the things that you will see businesses do that are actually preparing for deeper levels of volume, more money, more clients, is they're actually evaluating this. They're actually evaluating, does my business have the capacity to hold 2x the volume? Does my business have the capacity to hold 50% more? Right? And if you don't ask these questions, you might get in the energy of, how do I make more money today, or how do I make more money this week, and actually miss the optimization that you need to implement to be able to hold more within your business. There's been a lot more automation happening within my business, where you guys can drop it, and I love this so much, because you guys can drop a keyword on a reel and be led through a whole email sequence of something that I'm offering, or something for free that you get to go and watch, where I'm not talking to each individual person within my inbox. When you come into my programs, you'll get a different level of support, whether you're in a masterclass, in a program, in the Six-Figure Aligned Ascension Academy. That's one of my higher support spaces. Whether you come into Quantum Game, my current mastermind, which I'm going to tell you guys about later on in this call, very exciting, or you come into my one-to-one. It's set up to expand. And if you only have eyes on, how much money can I make today, you're probably not aligning to those initial energetics, and you're possibly bottlenecking yourself in terms of your business strategy, and not asking the question, and this is such an important question that so many people skip, is like, does my business actually have the foundations to support 3 times growth, 2 times growth? Because one of the things I want to tell you guys, if you aren't asking these questions and it's just about how much money I can make today, what's going to happen? especially if your business already isn't feeling aligned or you're exerting more energy than actually feels good. And especially if you feel like you're not being met and you're exerting more than the money that's coming in and it doesn't actually feel good and aligned. One of the things I want to say is, if your next level is an amplification of the current energetic state that you're operating within, then guess what? If now doesn't feel good, if now doesn't feel safe to expand, you're going to say you want more, but because your business can't actually hold more, you're going to self-protect from expansion. I've seen this so many times where people are like, how do I sign more one-to-one clients? How do I get more people in my mastermind? How do I do this? How do I do this? And when we ask this deeper question, they're actually self-protecting from expansion because they don't have boundaries that feel aligned in the containers, or they're not launching containers that they want to be even teaching or in ways that they want to be teaching it. And their shoulds and have tos and like, oh, well, I should be doing this, or I'm following somebody else's formula, or I'm following somebody else's strategy. And when we really look at it, it's like, if they were to take on the volume that they say they want, they'd be overwhelmed. They'd feel burnt out. They'd feel like I'm exerting myself too much. So guess what? If you aren't asking this strategic question and you're just focused on how much money can I make today, you're actually going to be in this space where you're protecting yourself from the expansion that you say you want. And so if more, and this is just the perfect question to ask you guys to see if there's any of these underlying energetics where you actually have to analyze your business strategy. If more people coming into your world means more stress, you've got to look at this. That's your simple question. I would ask myself, if I was in the space of analyzing this question, if I had double the people in this container, if I wanted double the people in this container, or I wanted to double my results, and it was based off of my current business structure, would that overwhelm me? Would that stress me out? Because then you're going to see this incongruency where, like, yes, I want more money. Yes, I want more money. Yes, I want more money. But also it's stressing me out, but also it's stressing me out, but also it's stressing me out because your business structure actually isn't set up for the volume that you say you want. What does this require? This requires you to be contemplative and actually look at things, right? It requires you to oftentimes be courageous, because sometimes the adjustments that you're going to need to make within your business, they're going to feel a little uncomfortable, or they're going to be something you've never done before. So you're going to have an ego reaction like, is it safe? Is it going to work? It's going to require you to be real with yourself, right? And a lot of times when people are scrambling for how do I make more money today? How do I make more money today? They're not actually being real with themselves in terms of if they actually want those people in that container in that way, or if it's actually going to bring more overwhelm and there actually is a restructuring or a bigger ability for the business to hold the expansion that they say they want. Can your business hold the expansion that you say you want? This is so important. When you guys tune into this question, you're going to really start to see like, ooh, this is something I need boundaries around, or, ooh, I actually don't want people in this container. I want to actually restructure this container. Do you want emails to handle more of your nurturing? Do you want to have many chats automations? Does not matter what the thing is. And when you align to the energetics of no longer expecting your baseline and being available for your results here and now, the first two things that I talked about, you're actually going to be guided and led into this second piece of strategy of actually being able to tune into, am I bottlenecking myself with my strategy? Am I so focused on the now moment result that I'm actually asking for expansion, but my business can't hold it? My energy can't hold it. I'm actually wanting to do it in a way that's just about the immediate result instead of the alignment within the result. Because I say this so much, but your next level is an amplification of your current energetic state. If I'm overwhelmed now and I'm saying I want expansion, I better look at now, because it's not aligned to be overwhelmed now or feel like things are hard and heavy now and then say I want expansion unless something changes within my ability to hold more, because I'm going to self-protect from that. I'm not going to allow myself, if I feel overwhelmed now, to take on more clients. If I feel overwhelmed now in terms of the way the business is running, more money actually subconsciously and probably consciously, you may be aware of it, you may not be, it's going to cause more stress for you. So you're going to be saying consciously and verbally and from a space of like, yes, I want to grow. Yes, I want to expand. But you're just not even available for it because of the current energetic state that you're operating within. This is one of the biggest strategic reasons why I see people saying they want success, but they're not creating it. So we got to look at the energy. We got to look at the strategy. And to my fourth point, we actually have to look at your human design. So this is the final point of where you're bottlenecking yourself in your business. So first, are you expecting your baseline? I'm just going to quickly recap for everybody who's joining. Are you expecting your baseline? Are you not open now? Here and now, in this moment, are you not open now? Is there untils? Is there contingency? Are you saying you want expansion, but your business can't actually hold the expansion you say you want? That's number 3. Now, number 4, we got to talk about human design because you guys know I am a person of the trifecta. The trifecta is literally what I've discovered to be the things that you have to look at, because I find that when people just look at business strategy, they're super confined. When they look at just energetics, they feel like they're airy and not sure what to do. When they just look at human design, they also feel like, I don't know what to do. When you combine all 3 of these things, when you combine business strategy, energetics, and human design, you have all of the pillars of your alignment being in tune with self and actually in the 3D structurally holding the success that you want to see. So guess what? You don't just create randomized success, you create sustainable success. So the last point is lack of connection to your human design. So one of the things I really want to say is a lot of people will say that they're connected to their design. And they'll say, Christy, I'm following my strategy, I'm following my authority. And they are in their life, but they're disconnected within their business. And so this is really, really important to be aware of, because when you have a lack of connection to your design, what it's going to feel like, it's going to feel like you're going through the motions and you're not having these big moments where you feel pulled into something more. When I am in tune with my design, I have ideas. I feel lit up by what I'm creating. I feel like my heart is open and I'm deeply in service. I feel expectant of quantum leaps, so I'm no longer playing in my energetic baseline. I'm going beyond my energetic baseline. And I feel very much like it's not this energy of, okay, I got to show up again. Okay, I got to do the thing again. Okay, another day. It's not like that. And when you have those energies showing up within your frequency, within your thoughts, within your mind, within your beliefs, when you're taking action and it feels like that, that is a big sign to me that you are not bringing your design into your business. Because when you bring your design into your business, guess what? It's going to lead you on the path of least resistance, and it's going to lead you towards your alignment theme. If there's a lot of subtle moments of feeling you're not self-theme, your design isn't being brought into your business. And when your design isn't being brought in your business, it's going to kind of feel like Groundhog Day. It's going to feel like you're doing the same thing, expecting different results. It's going to feel like, okay, I'm doing the logical thing, but I feel disconnected. I feel like I'm not lit up in the same way, or it feels like the results are not popping off in the same way. And it's going to also feel like you don't know what to do. And one of the biggest signs to me that you aren't bringing your design into your business is it's very mind-led. There's not really a connection within your body, within feeling light, within feeling powerful, within feeling connected, within feeling just like the frequency of abundance and the frequency of expansion. If you're always kind of like, okay, here's the logical thing and here's the logical thing and I got to figure it out and I got to do this and I got to do that and da-da-da-da-da. That is a huge sign to me that you are not connected to your design. And I really, really, really want to emphasize this, because a lot of people, they think they're following their strategy and authority, but they're not bringing it into business. And when you bring it into business, you're actually available for big ideas. You're actually available for the intuitions. You're actually available for the path of least resistance to your desires. And so a lot of this work is actually going to be aligning to your self-theme within your business. It's actually going to be removing, because one of the things you have to be so aware of, and this is cool, because when you learn from somebody, you're being conditioned by them. But sometimes you will take on things that are not necessarily the way that you are meant to be doing it. And so what this does is this causes a lot of shoulds, a lot of have tos, a lot of force, a lot of pressure, a lot of confining yourself to the limitations of other people. And so when you have an idea, when you have an intuition, when you have inspiration, you may be immediately shutting that down without even realizing it, based on the constructs and confines of other people and the conditioning that you have received from other people. It's wild. And when you start to see this, you may be the person. I've seen people who are so disconnected from bringing their design into their business that they don't even feel like they're getting any ideas. I love being conditioned by you. I adore you, Vanessa. They don't even feel like they're getting the big ideas. They don't even feel like their intuition's leading them. They feel meh, they feel blah, they feel stuck, they feel disconnected. And we actually have to look even deeper with those people and go, where are you shoulding on yourself and have doing on yourself and forcing yourself before you even allow yourself to listen to what's coming through? And when I look with these people even deeper, they're actually getting ideas. They actually want to do something, but they've convinced themselves it's not going to work. They've convinced themselves they're not allowed to do that. They've convinced themselves, well, so-and-so on the internet said I can't do it this way, so I can't even listen to that idea. I have to. When you're in that have to energy or that should energy, something is misaligned. Something's disconnected from your design. And I'm telling you guys, when you know how to bring your design into your business, you're gonna explode. You're gonna blow up. You're gonna know what to do, and it's not gonna be from this like, okay, gotta figure it out. It's gonna be from this connection place. And one of the things I want to say is, like, you can get everything right. You can write the most perfect sales page. You can write the most perfect caption. You can do the most powerful reel in the world. But if it's all from this place of mind and it's all from this place of should and force and have to, and it feels very deflating for you, people aren't going to feel you the same way as if you are connected to your work. You're bringing your connection to your work. You're letting your design lead you into the ideas. You're following that body intelligence instead of that mind. Because here's the thing. I want people to connect to my heart, not my words. I want people to connect to my care for people instead of me writing the perfect 5-step thing on a sales page or whatever, right? And that's something that your design will take you right into, because it will give you an awareness of where you're operating from your not self theme within your business, and it will help you start to see, ooh, where is the conditioning? Where is the conditioning of shoulds, have to, force, pressure, their way, their rules, what I have conditioned myself into believing based on watching other people or listening to one random person on the internet who said, oh, this way of doing things is dead, or this is the way you have to do them. And you're actually disconnecting yourself from the way that is being called through you and for you. If you feel really shut down, if you feel really disconnected in your business and you're feeling kind of just like constricted, I really want you to look at this last point, because the connection to your design, that can catapult your business in such a deep way, and it can actually really help you in all of the other areas. So it can help you actually raise your energetic baseline. It can help you be open to your desires now. It can help you be open to actually the strategic shifts and tweaks you need to make in order to expand. You guys, this is incredible. Let me know what is landing for you. So you guys, these are the 4 things, the 4 ways that I see people bottlenecking themselves from big results within their business. This is the way you're going to bottleneck yourself from a quantum leap, even if you say you want a quantum leap. Because I can't even tell you how many clients I've worked with where they're like, I want to see huge results. And then we look at one of these things, something is off, something needs tweaked in such a big way. And it's so funny because these tweaks are massive, but what you actually do behind the scenes, they're easy shifts. And when you can easily shift into these things, you're going to catapult yourself into being the person who's actually available for the big growth, instead of the person who's saying you want big growth, but you're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, because we don't want to be that person, right? It's like, yes, play the long game, but energetically, I'm playing a big game. Energetically, I'm playing an expansive game. And if you want to play this game with me, come join Quantum Game. You guys, I'm so excited to share with you. I have a brand new mastermind, a high level, high support mastermind. This is the first high level container where you can get this level of support that I've launched in over a year and a half. Quantum Game is exactly this. It is mastering your human design embodiment, your energetic alignment, and your business strategy to be able to hold the growth that you say you want. Quantum Game really is about being the person who shifts something so deeply in the way that you be, the way that you show up, the action that you take, and the frequency of power that you embody to create results now, to no longer be the person who's saying, I'm waiting on results and I'm hoping on results, and to continue to see more of the same. That's really what Quantum Game is about. It's starting in October. We already have some incredible women in, which means there are very, very limited spaces, and we are in pre-sale right now. This is an 8-week high support space with me where you are going to be able to hop on weekly calls with me. You're going to get trainings. These trainings are going to be so invaluable because they're going to shift you on such a deep level in these 3 areas of human design, energetics, and business strategy. But also you get hot seat coaching from me. So it's not even just like, oh, you come and ask your questions, but it's like, I know you, I know your business, I know where you're stuck, I know where you want to expand. And so you're going to be able to get this personalized support with me where I'm looking at your business with you and helping you expand over these 8 weeks. There's also going to be a Telegram chat where you're going to be able to work with the other people in the mastermind, and I'm going to be in there on certain days actually answering more questions for you if there's any support you need in between the calls. This is going to be such a powerful space, and really who you're going to be when you come out of this space, something is going to be shifted for you, something massive. And I would say it's going to be in the areas of money, your human design embodiment, your energetics, and your strategy, but it's deeper than that. It's going to be a soul level shift of you understanding how to embody your next level before it's actually ever manifested. And so it's going to manifest like that. And that's really what Quantum Game is about. That's why the name is Quantum Game, because we're ready to play a quantum game. You're ready to stop doing the same thing and seeing some results, and you're actually ready to create such a deep, just like pattern interrupt in the results that you're seeing, in the way that you're being, in the way that you're showing up, where people recognize you as a completely different person. And the people who are like on the edge and going, oh, I wanted to work with this person, but I'm waiting for the right time, they're going to know, because your frequency is going to shift so deeply that they're going to be like, activated, boom, I'm ready to pay, sign me up. And that gets to be a consistent frequency that you emit, and your business volume, it gets to hold that. Like, I am so excited. So right now it is $4,111. It is going to go up to $5,111. So if this is a space that's calling your name, we have payment plans, we have pay in full, and there are limited spaces available. So if you're ready to play a quantum game with me, you're ready to elevate into holding the next level of income, holding the next level of clients, you're ready to do it in a way that's aligned to your design, aligned to powerful energetics that actually aren't blocking you subconsciously, but actually allowing you to elevate, and you're ready to make those tweaks and adjustments to actually be able to hold more volume in your business, Quantum Game is for you. I'm so excited. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me. Quantum Game is going to be absolutely freaking incredible. And you guys know, like, my one-to-one is usually higher than that. So it's usually at least 1K higher for my one-to-one packages. So for you to be per month, actually, I think it's 3K higher. Let me see. It's 2K per month. Yeah, it's higher. And so basically $4,111 for these 8 weeks. We're going to catapult your business into the next level. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. The price is going to be increasing very soon. You're ready to play a quantum game. The message of Quantum Game is speaking to you. And if that is you, send me a DM and we will get you signed up. I cannot wait to see who comes in. I cannot wait to get into your business with you. I cannot wait to support you in your growth and expansion, because most people quit like 3 feet away from gold, especially within their energetics, especially within the way that they're being within their business. And then they continue to just take action. We don't just want to be like, okay, I'm playing the long game, I'm posting every day, and things are just not adding up. We want to create a pattern interrupt where you create big results. And that's really what Quantum Game is about. So you're going to be playing the Quantum Game with me. I'm very, very excited. Thank you all so, so much for being here. This was absolutely incredible. And I cannot wait to see you on the other side. If you are a projector, go and join Projector Paradigm. It is $33 for a 5-day mini program that's going to shift you into wealth. It is absolutely incredible. The details are in my stories. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. It's going to be absolutely insane. And I cannot wait to see you guys there. Bye, everyone.